Hi there, handbaggers, and welcome to the Duck's Nest. This is the Military Mom, and in this video I am going to give my impression of the bag that you are looking at, which is the Coach Dempsey Carryall. Now, this is not the 22 size. This is larger than the 22 size, but smaller than the 40, and I'm telling you all, I am awful when it comes to these numbers. The only reason I remember that is because when I was looking for this bag, I realized that the 22 was a smaller version because I actually saw the 22 in, was it Macy's or Dillard's? I think it was Dillard's. And I realized that I needed something that was a little larger than the 22. And then the 40, I think, is where you get into, instead of the bag being east-west, it's north-south. So this might be the 30, not sure. Anyway, I want to say this about this bag. I believe that Coach got it right. And I'll explain why I say that. But what I want to start with is what the bag holds. The reason that I think Coach got this right is because of my personal handbag personality. You know, you don't know what you don't know. And over the years, I have carried many different silhouettes of handbags. And what I've noticed is the bags that I tend to hold on to and the bags that I find myself reaching for are bags shaped like this. Shaped like this meaning not too deep. I'm sorry, not too tall. Not too deep. And about 10 inches wide, maybe 10 to 11 inches. And the reason that that resonates with me is because, number one, it's going to hold what I need it to hold. Number two, I'm going to be able to see what it's holding. And number three, it's not going to be hard for me to access my items because my items aren't all jammed on top of each other. You will see that this bag is holding quite a few large items that's easy to see, and they are not on top of each other, meaning you don't have to move something to get to something. So let me just show you what it's holding. This is my Bible. And then I've got a Coach cosmetic case. And then I have a large double corner zip wallet. And I also have an Ipsy pouch that I'm using as a pencil case. Now, that leaves just one big open compartment with a single magnetic snap closure that I'm going to try to get done with one hand here to show you that it's relatively easy to do, and she's just not going to cooperate, or either I don't have it lined up right, but it is easy to open and close this bag with one hand. Yeah, I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but trust me, if I was doing this off camera, it would have snapped on the first try. But there's a nice zippered compartment on the back wall for added security. Pretty spacious pocket there. You'll see my receipts. And because this lining is so dark, I wanted to add something with some light so that you could see maybe the depth of the pocket. And then on the front wall, you have two slip compartments there. Now, this bag is really well made, and I would go so far as to say, if you are a handbagger who is watching this video and you don't own a satchel by Coach, this may be a bag that you might want to consider because of what I just described with what it holds, but also because it's really well made. Let's start with the bottom of the bag. You have feet. In addition to feet, the entire bottom of the bag is encased in leather, so that is going to do two things. It's going to protect the bottom of the bag, and then it's going to add to the longevity of the bag, because in addition to the bottom of the bag being encased in leather, the seams of the bag are also covered in leather. The handles are leather, and the adjustable crossbody / shoulder strap is leather as well. So what that means is every place that the bag is going to touch something is leather, even though the main body is fabric, is a jacquard fabric. So in addition, you'll see the top of the bag has a good 2 inches of leather, which means if this were to be an everyday bag, it's going to hold up, even though, like I said, the main body is fabric. It's going to last. Now, I'm going to show a comparison of the Dempsey carryall. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. With the legendary Coach Rogue. And I'm going to say this: if you are looking for a satchel, let me give you a comparison of the size here. This particular Dempsey carryall is not going to be as expensive as the Rogue. Number one, this Dempsey is mainly fabric, which means it's going to be less expensive than an all leather bag. The other issue is the Rogue is an all leather bag. This Dempsey is going to be a lot more lightweight than the Rogue, and it's just as well made as the Rogue, in my opinion, even though the materials are different. So here's the side comparison. I'm going to give you a front comparison, and this is the Rogue 25 size, if I didn't mention that, compared with this Dempsey. So you'll see that the Dempsey is larger than the 25 size Rogue. Now, when it comes to accessibility, you know, you got one big open compartment, and a lot of people love that. A lot of people do not like center sections and, you know, a lot of pockets. And the Rogue, on the other hand, has a pocket, and then an open compartment, and then another open compartment, and then the center compartment is secured with a zip, and you've got another snap pocket. Whereas, yeah, none of that with the Dempsey, right? Now, you will also notice that the Dempsey doesn't have any exterior pockets. Those of you who follow my channel know that I am a fanatic when it comes to exterior pockets. But with this Dempsey, it's not as bad not having an exterior pocket, because you've only got one, oh, there she is, one magnetic snap. And then if my phone is ringing, I keep my phone in one of these slip pockets. So you just pop the snap open, reach for the ringing phone. It takes 10 seconds. So just wanted to give you that comparison. Now, the drawbacks that I see with this particular Dempsey, there are a lot of iterations. You've got an all leather Dempsey, you've got an all coated cotton Dempsey, you've got a Dempsey that doesn't have the varsity stripe with the medallion. But on this particular version, the one drawback that I see is the top of the bag. It would have been perfect if Coach, just like they covered the seam in leather, if they had covered the top in leather, because I can tell you from experience, this is going to wear eventually. It will wear. It may take years and years, but right there where they have that seam, if they had just covered that in leather, that would have added so much to the durability of the bag. And finally, these handles, y'all, look. These handles fold in. They do not collapse out. So if the bag is full, sometimes these handles will get in the way. But overall, just a great, great bag. And even though this shoulder strap is rather narrow, it is very comfortable. Could be because the leather's so soft, could be because the bag's not heavy to begin with. But yeah, I found that this was a great carry. So I just wanted to bring this on, give you my impression, and tell you that personally, I give it a thumbs up. So thank you so much for dropping by. And as always, happy carrying.